COVID has really impacted me and my family, in so many ways. Even today, a year later from Justin's illness, life is not the same, right? We look at things differently. Just this morning, my brother calls me, he has COVID. It's hard for me not to immediately get stressed for him. It meant that I couldn't go to a family funeral because I couldn't risk being exposed. So it's continuing to affect us day to day. He's still in pain. He still has trouble walking. So there's a lot of things that are after effects that I think people think once you're well, it just goes away. And that's not always the case. Justin is my boyfriend, and we've been together for 8 years and known each other about 15 years and lived together and have 4 kids between us that are just our world. He, before COVID, was a very strong, vibrant person, but he's always been someone, he loves his friends. He likes to watch football with his guy friends. His family is important to him. COVID affected Justin initially with illness, right? He was very, very sick, scary sick. We thought it was a cold. It got worse. My usually strong, healthy boyfriend couldn't get up the stairs without getting out of breath. I took him to Carilion that day, and when I took him, I didn't know when I said goodbye to him that would be the last time I would see him for weeks and that he wouldn't be home for months. They had just deemed him COVID negative so that I could see him. Walking into that floor is walking into something out of a movie. They're all in these contraptions that cover their entire body. It's very dark. It's very somber. And I had one of the doctors say to me at one point, I never thought I'd be doing this at this point in my life. He's an older person, and he said, I'm surrounded by death every day, and I just don't know how to stop it. So that was my initial impression of that place. I spent months in the ICU with him, so I would be there 4 to 8 hours a day, longer sometimes, and I cannot tell you how many people I saw not come out of the hospital. So those people who think that it's not real, it is real. It's very real, and it affects people differently, right? He was not sick prior. He doesn't have pre-existing conditions, and yet there we were. But we still deal with it every day. One of my first questions to him every morning is, how do you feel? Because he doesn't feel good most days. He's in pain most days. He's tired most of the time. And that affects everything. COVID doesn't care. That's Justin's little phrase, so I'm going to steal it. It doesn't care. It doesn't matter how healthy you are or not. It doesn't care. So it is real. And there were lots of people, like I said earlier, that I saw not come out of the hospital. People they flew in on helicopters, people that had loved ones just like we do. It's very real. I pray a lot. And early on, that's all I had, right, was to just pray. He had to be in that space or we wouldn't be here. It would have been easier many times, I think, for him to give up than for him to fight for us, for his family, for his children, for me, for his own life, to be here today. The life you save could be anyone's,
including mine.